This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, welcome everybody to the town of Woodbury's board meeting of January 21st, 2021. And once again, this is a go-to meeting. As soon as we're done with the Pledge of Allegiance, I will have to put on this Packer thing, but but I'll do it after I don't want to desecrate anything when we do the Pledge of Allegiance. So I'm going to ask for everyone to stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance and to take a moment to reflect and say a little prayer for those that are working in our hospitals, trying to help people with COVID, and for those people that are in the hospital with COVID, that they may have a speedy recovery. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay. We have a public hearing tonight, which is for local law number 1 of 2021, entitled Removal of Utility Poles. Is there anyone out there that wishes to speak up on that?
Yeah, I have a member of the public here.
Okay.
Hi. For some reason, it's coming up as a pandemic committee meeting page, so I can't do my own. I was looking on the town website and for the agenda, I don't see the law, so I haven't had a chance to review the law. So being a public person, I don't know why the law wasn't posted, for one thing. So I don't know what exactly your goal is. And so I'm going to ask that if you can postpone this meeting until the public can see the law on the website. But one of my concerns is, what are you calling zombie poles? Poles that have nothing on them, or poles that have wires from a cable or a phone line that they didn't move their lines over to, let's say, a new pole that was installed? And are we just worrying about the poles that are on state and county roads? Because why would we worry about, as a town, if the poles are on village roads? So those are some of my questions, but like I said, I haven't had a chance to read the law because I couldn't find it on the website. And I'm sorry, I'm having difficulty with my own signing in tonight.
Okay. Well, to answer your first question, it actually would do it either or. If there's just a plain pole sitting there, it needs to be removed. But it's really geared towards poles that have been put up by the Orange and Rockland or Central Hudson. And then you have the poles that are left there for both your cable and your telephone. So that's where the poles are geared towards. And Clara, are you on?
I am here.
Did you put it on the webpage?
I don't have that. I didn't get that document, Frank. I don't have that.
Okay, well, then we will hold it over till to our next meeting. I don't understand why you guys didn't get it, but all right, we'll send it over. We'll hold it over to the next meeting. Not a problem.
Okay.
Anybody have a problem
I also,
with that?
one other point.
One second, Marie.
Okay.
Anybody have a problem with that?
I agree.
No, I agree that that's proper. I had sent the law to the board and I may have not copied Clara. So I apologize for that.
Okay, no problem. Maria, you had something else?
Yes. From what I understand, Orange and Rockland, I think, is the primary entity that has poles within Woodbury. I don't know what their policy is when there are remaining wires on their poles. With this law, if you can somehow reach out to Orange and Rockland, see what their procedures are, and then maybe in your law, because like I said, I don't have the law in front of me, give Orange and Rockland like a 1-year time frame that they must have their other co-locators remove their wires. If not, then they have to, they will incur a fine, whether it be monthly, weekly, whatever. That'll maybe allow them to move and get these wires off these zombie poles that have dual poles standing next to each other. That was just a suggestion, but thank you for listening.
Okay, but just so you know, the law is very kind of specific. When O&R comes in and puts a new pole in, they move their stuff. Top person that's on board has to remove their stuff, and then the bottom person removes the pole. And that's how it's always been through the what is it, FDA or FTC?
Public service.
Yeah, the Public Service Commission. So, and it's stated like that in the law specifically. So, but we'll hold all those questions off and statements till next week. Okay, that it?
And I just want to let you know, it's a different code than what's on the agenda. So maybe there's other people who are not logging in. I'll leave. She sent me a whole different agenda.
Okay. Is there anybody else on that wants to say something? I don't see anybody else, so, and I don't know, Maria, you're logged in, so I don't understand. It shows that you're logged in, but anyway.
I'm logged in now, Frank, but the code that Clara just sent me is totally different than what's on the top of the agenda. The agenda ones begins with a 425. What she sent me begins with a 5 something. So there's 2 different codes to log in. And the one
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Okay, let's move past public input because there's nobody else out there. And let's move on to the administrative business. I need a motion and a second to accept the minutes of 1/7/2021.
I'll make the motion.
Thank
I'll
you,
second
Bob.
that.
Thank you, Bob. Desiree, please.
Well, I'm a little confused because we didn't close or continue the
Oh.
public hearing to a different date, so we're still in the public hearing phase. Am I wrong, Joe?
Okay. Okay.
You're right.
Okay, so I make a motion that we keep the public hearing open and we move it till February 4th. Do I got a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Now you can do another roll call.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, wait.
Supervisor Palermo.
Wait.
Yeah. I didn't recognize you without the bet payoff on.
Okay, you can now question.
Thank you. Supervisor
You're
Palermo,
Yeah.
Councilman Burr,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilman Hunter.
Yes.
Okay. Then you had a motion by Councilman Burke, seconded by Councilman Hunter to accept receipt of the minutes from January 7th. Did he leave or is he just hiding?
No. I want to
Okay.
get my notes. I realized that I didn't have them here, so. Okay,
So on the minute,
Let's move
Supervisor
on.
Palermo,
yes.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilman Hunter.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, I need an approval, a motion and a second to approve abstract number 2. Desiree, please.
Abstract number 2 includes vouchers 21-038 through 21-0110 and totals $304,984.26.
Okay. I need a motion and a second.
I'll make
I'll
the
make a
motion.
motion.
I'll second.
Desiree, please.
Supervisor Palermo,
Yep.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilman Hunter.
Yes.
Okay. Budget modifications. Desiree, please.
There are two for the 2021 budget and one for the 2020 budget. So the first is for buildings and grounds for 2021 by decreasing A1620.405 custodial supplies by $2,000 and increasing A1620.432 PPE supplies by $2,000. The next is for the town clerk's office by increasing A599 appropriated fund balance by $900 and increasing A1410.463 computer maintenance by $900. And for the 2020 budget, police by increasing B3120.463 software maintenance consultant by $290 and decreasing B3120.458 psych medical evaluations by $290.
Okay, I need a motion and a second to accept those budget modifications.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that.
Okay, Desiree, please.
Supervisor Palermo,
Yes. Yes.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilman Hunter.
Yes.
I didn't hear it. Did she make that mistake
Are
again?
you a ventriloquist?
I think I have
or
a
what?
delay up here.
Okay, okay. So
No,
let's
I
move
think
on.
I'm up in the skyline, so my speed is really slow.
Okay. New business. I am announcing that on January 15th, 2021, the town has completed its annual accounting. I want to thank Deputy Supervisor Tom Burke and Councilman Tyler Etzel. They did the entire accounting, and they did a great job from what I hear. So I want to thank them for taking on this responsibility and getting it done. Okay. I need a motion and a second to authorize the supervisor to sign the IT block renewal proposal for PC surgeon for another 100 hours. And it's at 80, I think it's $80 an hour, Desiree, is that right?
80, it's 85, so it's for $8,500.
Okay, yeah, because I didn't have it right in front of me. All right, so it's for 8,500. I need a motion and a second.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you. You know what? I'll second it. So Desiree, please.
Supervisor Palermo,
Yes.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilman Hunter.
Yes.
Okay. On C, I'm going to just announce, as you know, we went out to bond for the pool for $4,950,000. And with that came a serial bond service payment, of which the town board has authorized with the approval of the abstract, and which was signed by town board members. And I'd just like to get it out there that this is all part of that bond and that it has been taken care of. Okay. We have 3 proposals for the community center generator. One was from a company called Gentech Ltd, which came to the total amount of $30,590. We got a second one from Cody Electric for $29,491. And a third one from Cummings, and that came to $30,930. So I will open it up for discussion, and we can go from there.
The Cummins bid is for a diesel generator, so we should just throw that one out. I say we should just go with Gentech and, because they're local and they do a lot in this area.
But they're not the low bid, Bob. Gentech isn't the low bid.
Right.
They're
I
Yeah,
off
agree.
by $1,000.
Excuse me?
They're off by
Yeah.
$1,000.
Correct. Maybe I can jump in. I don't know if Joe is on the line. I guess he's not there. I did have a conversation with Joe Gianzaro this afternoon because the difference between the low bidder and the next low bidder is approximately $1,099. My understanding, and I don't want to really speak for him, but my understanding is that Mr. Gianzaro, as Councilman Hunter, was suggesting to accept the bid of Gentech. Now, you're 100% right, Mr. Supervisor, that bid is the lowest bid, and it is approximately $1,000 greater than the lowest total. I use the word bid, but remember, in this situation, we don't need to go out for a formal bid because it's below the state threshold. So these are really quotes. So the word I should use is quotes. So Gentech's quote is the second lowest. It's not the lowest. But Mr. Gianzaro had indicated to me that that was the one that he favored, and maybe you should contact him to confirm that. We had a discussion this afternoon, and maybe Councilman Hunter can give some more background, but my understanding is that Gentech also services other generators within the town. They've done work for the town in the past, and they've done excellent work according to Mr. Gianzaro. So my point is this. Under our own procurement policy, we can adopt or approve a quote for best value. So if the board thinks that even though this quote is even though it's $1,000 higher, if the board believes that this optimizes, efficiency for the town based upon the skill and the reliability of Gentech and those kinds of qualitative factors, not just quantitative factors, then the board should have that discussion, and you would be permitted under our procurement policy to approve the quote of Gentech, even though it's 1,000 higher than Cody.
Okay. Tom, you got anything to say on that?
Yes. Before Bob goes on what he was saying, I spoke to Joe myself, and he was in favor of Gentech. And
Oh,
so
no. For me to be, I'm not in favor. I'm just,
no. I spoke to Joe G. No, I'm sorry. Let me take it back. I spoke to Joe
Sorry.
Gianzaro. Sorry, Joe. Okay.
okay.
I spoke to Joe Gianzaro. So I know this is one. This bid was 1,000 over, but based on my conversation with him, I say we go with Gentech also.
Tyler.
I really don't know anything about Cody. So, I mean, and I'm not familiar with what Gentech does for the town. So I'll leave it up to you guys.
Well, Gentech has done our generator at the, what do you call, library dash media center.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, and maybe Bob, you
Police
can,
station too. They do. I know they service. I've seen the bills that they service both of the generators we have here now. I just don't have any history with them, so I can't. If Joe says that they're good, that's what I have to go by.
all right. So I need one of you to make a motion, either Tom or Bob, to make the motion to accept the Gentech
I'll make that
proposal.
motion to go with Gentech.
Okay, Tom, will you second that?
I want to second it, but I thought maybe Bob could elaborate a little bit more just for a better understanding, and then I will second it. Yes.
Bob?
Sorry, elaborate on what?
On the Gentech, I know you were started to say something earlier.
Oh, well, Gentech that's a company in New Windsor. They're on 9W. They've been in business for years, and I've seen them all over the place. They're right there if you need them. And I'm just hesitant about going to someone who'd be from Pennsylvania. When you need a fix on a generator, you need it fast. So based on personal knowledge I have of them, I think that's the way to go.
Okay,
All right, thank you. I'll second it.
okay. Desiree, roll call please in favor of Gentech at, $30,590.
Supervisor Palermo,
Yes.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel, Councilman Hunter.
Yes,
Okay. I need a motion and a second to accept the resignation of Elijah Jonas as part-time library clerk effective January 2021.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second
Second.
that.
Okay.
Okay, Desiree, please.
Supervisor Palermo,
Yes.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilman Hunter.
Yes,
Okay. And next is to accept the retirement with regrets of Kathleen McHugh as a full-time dispatcher effective January 28, 2021.
I'll make the motion. I'll second it.
Okay. Any remarks?
Oh, I'd just like
Yeah.
to thank her for so many years that she put in at the police department. It seems like it's been, a long time, and she was a fixture down there. So thanks to her and for her years of service down there.
Okay, thank you. Tom?
Yes, I'd like to also add to that to Mrs. McHugh. She was at the town. She worked for the town of Woodbury since December 1994, and her civil service title, her rank of dispatcher for the police department. She served in all ranks of that title, as well as matron. So there was a point in time when there was no female police officers in Woodbury, and if it was needed, assistance was needed, she filled that also as the matron. I've known Mrs. McHugh since I was a young boy. I remember seeing her at the ball fields with her boys and myself, and my family, and the whole community. So she's a terrific lady, and someone like that deserves nothing but the best. And it's just we were lucky to have her in our community for all these years working for us. So best of luck and thank you for everything.
Okay, Tyler?
Yes, I'd just like to thank Kathleen for all her service that she did. She's a longtime resident and known her for a long time and great person. And sorry to see her go, but I hope she enjoys her retirement. She's well deserving, and best of luck to her.
Thank you. Kate, you know how I feel about you. We've spoken many a times. And I told you I would never let you retire, but I guess I don't have any choice in this matter, and you know that. So I only want to wish you the best of luck. You've been a great worker for this town, and we love you dearly. Okay, I guess we got to vote on it, huh?
Supervisor Palermo,
Yes.
Councilman Burke, Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilman Hunter.
Yes,
Okay, thank you. Ugh. All right, we're gonna go on to old business. It's not on the agenda, but Councilman Hunter had asked for it. I guess we didn't put it on, but I have it here, and I'd like to bring up on the old business, that I'd like us to authorize, first of all, the town clerk to go out to bid, to advertise for bids for the pool. With that, I'd like to give a schedule of how this process is going along. It'll be, we'll be handing out the bids on February 15th. They can be picked up either at the town clerk's office or at Al Fusco Engineering, his office in Middletown. And then on March 15th, the bids will be closed and then opened at Town Hall. And so I just wanted to bring people up to speed on what's happening as far as old business with that's concerned. Does anybody else have any old business that they'd like to discuss?
Regarding the pool, the dirt that we're importing, that can't start yet, I presume?
Yeah, because of the believe it or not, the ground is not hard enough. So the problem is it really needs to be frozen for them to be able to go across it without getting any of the trucks stuck on it.
We still have a lot of dirt there that needs to be moved in first. I don't know if we really need much of anything after that, so we have to use that up first. That's the problem.
Believe me, Tyler, we're going to need a lot more dirt than that. Trust me. But they can't do anything on the, it hasn't actually been, you say to yourself, wow, it's been cold out. But we're getting days in the upper 30s. And
yes, the ground has not been frozen. Maybe next
Correct.
week.
Well, when it freezes,
Yeah.
I've been told that when it freezes, the highway department will go in and finish up the dirt. And I think the last, Tom, you may want to give a update that once that's done, that they'll be coming in and finishing up the job, correct? You got to turn, you
Sorry about that. Yes,
Okay.
spoke to Rob, and that's what it is. That right now he did have a heavy schedule also with his regular work, and so when he gets an opportunity, he said, and the ground is frozen, he'll be able to get his trucks in there and get the remaining soil that was at the far end. And then after that, he'll make a phone call and we'll get that soil that we got approval from Monroe. That's where we're at right now. Yep.
Is Rob
Okay.
transporting that soil?
No.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Is Rob going to be transporting that soil?
No.
He's working with the soil that's there right now in the far end, but the soil that's going to be brought over, no, the company's going to bring it over and spread it.
Okay.
Anybody else with old business?
Well, I just while we're talking about the project, I assume Frank or Desiree, you've been in touch with bond counsel. They have no concern about the estoppel periods and the statute of limitations issue, and there's
No, that's all been done. It's all been done, Joe.
Okay, just want to make just to make sure before you approve, the solicitation for the bids.
Well,
No,
it'll
I
be
think we
more
already
than
have them. We already have the money, don't we?
Yeah, we've got the money already, Joe.
Yeah, we already have the money.
No, there was the discussion about the statute of limitations issue, but that's fine. I'm okay with it.
No, that's done. And aside from that, we got the money on the 30th, and we're not going out to bid until the 15th of February, which is more than the 30 days needed. So we're pretty good with it. And the last thing I'd like to talk about is I've been in contact with the company that did the roofing on the court. I've made it clear that we're going to move forward with that project come the spring. And so to please recheck their quotes and get back to me to make sure that we're still in the same price range. And that's what they're doing. And once they get back to me, we'll set up a proposal. I've spoken with Joe, who will put something together to authorize to use the money that's in the building department, and the building fund.
Frank, when they did the roof, were they supposed to put gutters on?
Yes, but the gutters have got to go connected to the siding. So no sense putting gutters up until you got the siding up.
Because the water's coming in the windows.
I understand. That's why we're trying to move forward on this
Okay.
as quickly
All
as
right.
possible.
Okay.
Anything else out there? Okay. Department reports. Supervisors report for December 2020. Desiree, please.
The Supervisor's report has receipts totaling $5,169,098.67 and disbursements totaling $1,066,407.59.
Okay, I need a motion and a second, please.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that.
Thank you.
Supervisor
Desiree,
Palermo.
please. Yes.
Councilman Burke.
Yes.
Councilman Etzel.
Yes.
And Councilman.
Yes.
Okay. I have the town clerk's report for December 2020. I have the animal control monthly report for December 2020. I have the Woodbury Police Department's report for 2020, December. I have the Woodbury Public Library Board of Trustees meeting held on December 22nd, 2020, as well as the library director's report. I have the Parks and Recreation Committee held on Tuesday, December 15th at 2020. And I have the December 2020 Buildings and Grounds and the Parks report. I have the beautification minutes from January 7th, 2021. And we received the budget versus actual, although I don't see it here. Did you guys get the budget versus actual?
No, because she can't send
No.
it till the
Oh,
fiscal
that's
year's
right,
closed.
that's right.
Right, it's a
December
work
one
in
gets
progress.
posted in, right. You think I'd know
Yeah,
that after
I
how
got
many
it, Claire.
years?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, with that, board meeting comments. Bob?
Mr. Supervisor, Desiree,
Yes.
did you get a full vote on the authorization to advertise for the bids?
I did.
Okay.
I did not. No, I'm sorry. You're right. I did not. He went into the next topic of conversation.
Okay,
So we had
we were just
Frank
testing you,
made the
Joe.
motion, but there was no second.
Joe, I was just testing you.
Yeah,
I want to
so
see
you
if
need
you
a
were paying
second on that.
attention. You passed, good job.
I'll second.
Thank you. Desiree, please.
Okay. Supervisor Palermo.
Yes.
Councilman Burke.
Yes.
Councilman Etzel.
Yes.
And Councilman Hunter.
Yes.
Good catch, Joe.
And Desiree, you know your own timing as to when you want to do that, so I don't have to put a date in. You
Yeah,
know
I
it.
need the notice from Alan in
Yeah,
order to do it.
I
So
will
hopefully
call
he'll be
him
sending it to me.
tomorrow. I will have him call you tomorrow, yes. Okay.
All right, yeah, because I would like to try to do a virtual bid opening instead of in person in case of there's the, with the COVID and all that.
All right. Do you want to call him tomorrow
Yeah.
so you can explain it to
Yeah,
him?
I'll give him a call in the morning.
Okay.
Sure,
Thank you.
I'll call him in the morning.
You got it. All right. I'm sorry, Bob, that you were interrupted by that guy that's sitting in the middle. But go ahead.
That's okay. I really don't have anything else right now. Just what I said before about Kathy McHugh. So that's about
Okay.
it.
Thank you. Tyler? Okay, Tyler.
Sorry about that. Have to
That's
unmute.
okay.
I'd just like to thank Kathy McHugh again, and I'd like to thank all the departments that we audited. I was very impressed with their books, and they were all really very well done and very organized, and graciously appreciated. It made it a very simple process. So that's it.
You got it. Mr. Deputy Supervisor.
Yes, I'd like to also echo what Tyler just said regarding the department heads. They're very, very organized. It was an easy process. It's a pleasure hearing from them and talking to them. I'd like to also, everyone was excellent, but I'd like to also single out the senior center, Michelle, who came back twice, and she's just came on, and she's doing a great job, and she's on top of it as best she can right now, and she's learning every day. And the way she presented the herself with us and myself and Tyler, I just wanted to just say thank you to her, also, specifically for that. I know I spoke with Supervisor Palermo a number of times the last couple of weeks, so I want to thank him. And also I want to mention Sarah from the library, Sarah Johnson. The libraries are open. I checked the last couple of weeks. I went over, and they're open. They're open part-time, and I know that it's a tough time, but they're doing a great job. They're following the protocols, like as always. And, even though at this time it's still very dangerous out there, and for them to open up the way they did, I wanted to say thank you to Sarah and everybody with the library. The parks. Tyler didn't want to mention it, but it was pretty cold and windy one day, and Tyler and I went out for a long walk outside of the buildings and grounds in the parks, and we saw some things up at the ball field, the Central Valley baseball field, with the fence and the shed. And I want to reach out to the buildings and grounds and Joey. They've already gone up there and started working on that. So I appreciate them doing that and responding to us the way they have. I went down to the town hall today, and finally, the last thing is I spent some time with Eileen. I know that Tyler's there all the time with her, but getting myself up to speed. Again, with the department heads, the town departments have done a great job. The balances there are balances remaining in everyone's budget. Spending the spending that was authorized for the 2020 budget was not, all of it was not spent. So that's, when the pandemic began, the department heads were told purchases needed to be cut back to essentials only, and for the most part, they did. And that's a reflection on them, of course. We're still charging the items to the 2020 budget as of today, after speaking with Eileen, but it shouldn't change the remaining balances significantly. So that's a good thing. They went above and beyond to help us get through this and with these restrictions. So just can't say thank you enough to them. And that's about it. Everybody stay safe.
Okay. Madam Town Clerk.
Well, I just want to say, Supervisor Palermo, you've never looked so good, I have to tell you. I think that should be a permanent fixture there. And for those of you who don't know, I'm a big Packers fan, and go Packers. Packers Buffalo Super Bowl, February 7th. That's what I'm predicting.
You're a Packers fan?
You didn't know that?
Well, I sure as hell ain't, Bob. Joe, do you have anything to say?
My wife keeps telling me to pull my mask up higher to cover more of my face. That's tonight.
Well, listen, folks. A little lesson I've learned in life: you can't laugh at yourself. No, that's a sad thing. You should be able to enjoy the things you do. As I said the last week, I lost the bet with Desiree, and we do it every year. I mean, and what do you call? So I've had to wear this ridiculous mask, but I'm doing it and I'm enjoying it, and I'm glad I look real good in it, because I usually look good in most things that I wear. So I'm feeling mighty good about that. Couple things I'd like to talk about. Number one, I want to thank every person in this town that has paid their taxes. We do appreciate that. But as you know, January 31st is coming around, and that's when they're due. To avoid any kind of penalty, you must have it paid by the 31st, or if I'm not mistaken, at least postmarked by the 31st. if you are mailing it. As far as the annual accounting, Desiree, go ahead.
Supervisor Palermo, it's actually February 1st because January 1st, 31st is a Sunday.
Okay. Thank you.
So it's February 1st is the last day to pay without pen. I don't mean to correct you, but that's what it is.
No, that's okay. It's not a problem. I've been corrected before. It's not the first time. Okay, the annual accounting. I'm very proud to say as a supervisor that now every board member has gone through the process. And I say that because, as I've stated before, I probably most definitely will not be here next year. And it's good to know that I'm leaving it in the hands of people who are experienced and have done it. So, Tom, you were the last guy to do it. You've completed the trifecta for everyone, and I thank you guys for doing such a great job. I do appreciate it. So each and every board member has been through this, and I think that only helps the town in many ways. Tom and I had gone on they had a virtual meeting today for the DOT concerning the Route 8617 expansion. I won't say it was very exciting because it wasn't, but I think it's something that as board members, we need to keep up on it. It will be coming through our town. And I don't know, I think they started this project back in, who the hell knows? I think the 1980s. It was still not 86 yet. So anyway, the point is that they're looking to expand it to 3 lanes. We as a town board did adopt a resolution supporting it. And I hope that future boards do continue to support such a important project. With all the new adventures that are coming into Orange County, I think that expansion is a necessity. So once again, please keep vigilant and keep an eye on that. And I want to thank Jackie, who is not here, Desiree, our town clerk, along with the lieutenant, Kevin, for their work on getting our COVID-19 or basically a pandemic or emergency in place. We do have a meeting tomorrow, but I'm proud to say that everything should be on time and on schedule, according to the state, mandating us to get this done. And I want to thank those 3 for all their hard work and their efforts of getting this completed. So thank you. Yes. Who did I forget? And
Clara
Clara. I'm
Rivera,
sorry, Clara.
and Joseph Gianzera. And
Right.
Councilman Burke was also assisting on
It's
that too.
okay.
Okay.
No, everyone, we all worked very hard on that. So I think
You
we
did.
all, and
You did.
I think it's great that the supervisor's recognizing everybody.
Yes, and I'm sorry, but to have left out the other 3. I didn't see Joey there, I think, the last time. But yes, Clara and Tom were there. So I want to thank you all for doing that job. And
He was sitting next to me.
Joey? Well, you're beauty. Yeah. No one recognizes Joey when you're there. Anyway.
Yeah, that's good.
Anyway, I want to thank everybody for doing it. I do forget some things sometimes, once in a while, so pardon my error. And anyway, with that, our next meeting will be on. Yes.
Frank, I'm sorry. This is Tom. I'm sorry. Before Clara, I know Clara wants to speak too. I did forget one thing, so I'd like to bring it up and discuss it.
Go ahead.
And I apologize for that. Tyler and I did attend the meeting the other night with
Talking about the Parks Committee?
Parks Committee. And one of the items that was brought up for discussion was to have a virtual meeting scheduled with the Parks Committee
That's
and the
what I
Town Board.
forgot.
All right, so you want to
That's
pick
what
it
I
up?
forgot.
All right, I'll let you pick it up.
Okay, so I'm gonna need a motion and a second. I don't know if we actually need it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm always getting accused of not doing these things. On February 1st, which is a Monday, a work session with the Parks Committee. It will be virtual, and we'll sit there and we'll discuss. I know that they had asked for this meeting, 7 o'clock. I know that they had asked for this meeting a year ago, which was December 2020. And I
19.
did, no. They asked me about this 2 months ago, maybe. So that was last year, so. Anyway,
Okay.
the point that I'm getting at is that I did state that once we appointed the new members, that I would then hold that meeting so that they would be involved as well. So thank you for reminding me. I was sitting here all night saying, I know I've got to add something to this agenda. So I'm making the motion that at 7 o'clock on February 1st, we will have a joint meeting with the public, with the Parks Commission. I make that motion. I need a second.
I'll second.
Thank you. Desiree, please.
Supervisor Palermo,
Yes.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilman Hunter.
Yes.
Okay. So with that, I have some other things I want to say.
I cut off Clara.
Oh, yeah, you wanted to say something to Clara. I'm sorry. Oh, Clara wanted to say something.
Yeah.
I just
Don't-
want to publicly apologize to the board, but most importantly, I have to say to your constituents, your residents of Woodbury, I did make a mistake on the agenda with the sign on, and I apologize for that. And it won't happen again. That's all I wanted to say.
That's got to be the first time, Clara. So you're always on the ball,
I tried, but
Oh,
and,
issue.
and that keeps us on the ball. So
I'll say one thing. I'll end with this: "To err is human, and to forgive is divine" by Alexander Pope, and that's it.
then we forgive you, so we can be divine.
It's better than being divided, right? Okay, so with that, I will make a motion to close.
Second.
Thank you. I don't think all in favor.
Aye.
Thank
Aye.
you, everybody.
Thanks, Joe.
Have a great
Good
evening.
night.
Stay warm. I'll see you
Everyone.
soon. Bye-bye.
Good night.